Okay, look how cozy Saturnia is in her hoodie. Pretty. Sup, friends? So I designed this new tarot spread. I had designed a tarot spread in the past, but it was too structured. And then it was a typical tarot spread to where a certain position had a certain meaning. And I don't really like that with tarot spreads. So what I did with this one is, well, I guess for a while I wasn't using a tarot spread. And it was just super chaotic. So basically, it's called the Labyrinth of Souls tarot spread. And it's a spiral labyrinth of glimmering light connecting the earth to the heavens. Has a lot of, well, basically it's full of synchronicities and hidden doorways. It's gonna be a work in progress, but so far I'm really vibing with it. I have been channeling and invoking the elves, so let's get into it. With tarot spreads, I feel like the question is key. So this is a collective reading. And I'm gonna do the spiral clockwise this time. The thing with the labyrinth is it could change too. And the specific question I'm gonna ask is about the collective journey and what they should know about synchronicities. So what's connecting with their mind and soul with this earthly realm. Okay, the Hierophant. Yeah, it feels like someone was trying to make it seem like they were doing something in your benefit, but in reality, they just, well, I'll show you the card. With the Hierophant, the Hierophant has this little doll in the pocket. So someone was trying to have you be like their doll. And it was pretty obvious the way they were doing it too. Judgment. Yeah, they got called out pretty quick. Oh yeah, I do want to get some. So yeah, I'm gonna have the spiral start here and then go around like that. But they got caught really quick. It was pretty obvious what they were doing. And they feel a little embarrassed. It was kind of one of those things where it was divine timing. To where it divine timing, even though things didn't necessarily work out with this person, it was meant to be like that. So then you wouldn't have to really their intentions were revealed really quick. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, these are all, or at least the first two cards are really spiritual cards too. I feel like your spiritual team, and you do have a spiritual team, they're trying to get you to focus on them, and they wanna help you, and they wanna guide you. And it looks like you're the one who's going to give yourself more of a solid offer right now. See the beauty. Gratitude, the sacred is everywhere. Yeah. And just connecting with nature. I can hear the birds out. So maybe you've been connecting with birds or seeing mystical birds out in nature. I've been seeing a lot of interesting birds. I saw the majestic blue heron the other day. Lots of cardinals. And, oh, I saw some turkey vultures a couple weeks ago. They were really cool. I was just in such awe. But yeah, speaking of just with what this whole reading is about, which is having a balance of the, and it's like if you look at the Hierophant card, like with the checkered, having a balance of the spiritual and the physical. Okay, this one just jumped out. Singing stones. Transmit your vibration. Use your voice. They could be chants that you create. Even just focusing on your voice with your words. But definitely chanting with stones. Okay. I guess I'm doing 3 tarot, 3 oracle. I wasn't planning on doing them like this. Lay it on the altar. Hand it over. Soften, surrender, forgive. So yeah, I feel like having some sort of ritual on your altar. Okay, I already picked. That's weird. I didn't mean to pick already a number card. I know I wanted to get one for today, but there was already one picked on the table. 0330, lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with the broad spectrum of individuals. Okay, so maybe there's a lucky item you like to wear. Maybe you've been seeing the number 33 a lot, or zeros, or 030. 0330. But with your communication, you kind of know what you want to focus on. And in your communication, it's improving with the divine. Maybe even you've been reflecting with yourself more lately. And even though you have been to yourself, You might still feel things in the shadows trying to challenge you, but it's really just comical. It's just a lot of entertainment for you. Okay, and then what's cool about this spread is if I ever want something really clarified, I'm gonna do like a mini spiral. So that's what I'll do right now. I want to clarify this Knight of Pentacles card. Three of Feathers. Five of Feathers. This is my first time doing a mini spiral. The King of Pots. And the King of Feathers. Okay, for this one, I think we'll do one more. And the Magician. Alright, so someone who has been trying to challenge you, they're very heartbroken by you from something that happened a long time ago. They're just not over it. And there's a lot of conflict going on, but honestly, it's just, it's in their head. A lot of the reason why your connection wasn't solid is because they're just really envious. Okay, I want to look more at the detail of this card. Yeah, they're just really envious on your spirituality and your abundance. But they didn't treat you well. It's because, okay, I want to show you these two cards together. The King of Feathers and the Magician. I would say this Sorcerer and Magician, like, they thought they were really slick. Like, you probably knew when they were doing rituals on you and a lot of magic, and maybe you just were pretending like you didn't know. Yeah. I love all the goblins, though. And crystal ball. But yeah, and a lot of that had to do with you just seeing your worth. You just know that you got it. Like, you can rely on yourself. Five of Swords. Okay. So again, yeah. Okay, so like the Five of Feathers, the feathers in the Labyrinth deck are similar to the swords. They're supposed to represent something similar to other decks that have the sword suit. But it's funny because picking your Five of Swords, like, it kind of has to do with, like, conflict and, like, being witty and, like, quick with your words and all that. But I like how you're, like, sticking your tongue out. Like, Three of Wands. Okay, I got the Three of Wands, but with the last night when I did a tarot reading before bed, I got the Three of Wands, but I got it with the Labyrinth deck. I only picked 3 cards. And yeah, with that, you're looking at the wands, but you might just not be sure on collaborating, but collaborating is great. And I say, like, looking at your spiritual team, especially how the moon is shining down on the Three of Wands here. Yeah, it's definitely blessings from your spiritual team. Nature spirits. The Hermit. But yeah, you might feel like it's just the Hermit mode keeps drawing you back into that, which isn't bad. You might kind of get inspiration from interactions that you have with people, or people might be drawn to you. You might be going on a walk or a hike and you wouldn't expect someone to approach you or do something, and they might even do something to surprise you, and you just, even though you are, oh yeah, so someone did something to surprise you, but it was like really adversarial, and then they just realized how cool you were, and then they just thought, oh, why did I act like that? But they knew why they're acting like that. They're just trying to be an obstacle on your path. I mean, that's kind of what will happen on a labyrinth. Just lesson after lesson. But still, like, I feel as though allies can still come about on this particular journey. The Chariot. Alright, but you're just, you're moving. Yeah, you're definitely, like, on guard though. Like, protected. Wary. I mean, with all these challenges, but that's kind of the fun of life, right? And being on this journey. So let's get some messages from the divine, because with this spiral, let's see what, like, with connecting with the divine, with the celestial labyrinths, with the various planets. Okay, 6 of Swords. The divine's telling you to get more spiritual and walk away. And that's so cool how this one is. Walk away from some just situations that aren't serving you. But I like how this has an air balloon. I know this is a moon deck, and I just love how there's a full moon here. Yeah, you're just getting away from the chaos and having that full moon energy vortex down into your crown chakra. But like with you, you're also like, you inspire the parallel continuum to where The spirits seek guidance from you too. The Lovers. Oh yeah. But there's some... Yeah? Hi. You're very pretty. Stepping stones. Just taking it one step at a time. Really just trusting your intuition. And keeping things more simple. Yeah, it's good to be striving towards doing your best and looking at the details, but it's like, okay, well, there's a lot of cards right here. So I don't think we even need to shuffle with that deck for the rest of the time, but I would say when you're connecting with nature and looking up at the stars, you're seeing the bigger picture. And plus, I feel like things are more fun that way too. Okay, goblins. Speak through me. Jump through me. Ooh, scrying. Trust your visions, intuition, plant seeds. Wow, wow, wow. Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna sound really wild, but last night I was doing a meditation with the goblins, and I just feel, I know this is a collective reading, but I'm part of the collective, and it's just like, speak to me, goblins, and it's like, they totally did. Like, if you notice on this card, there's like the aura and the light behind the head there, and it says scrying. So, and then the lights on the crown. Yeah, like I feel like there's something really visual with that. I'm gonna like end this. Oh wow. Okay, cycle breaker, you'll get through it, cycle ending. And it's funny when I said I'm gonna end this, because I'm like ending, well, like this is basically the end of the structure of the labyrinth. That's what I'm really liking about this tarot spread, because like we could like focus, like we could just like keep going on this. So I have like the structure of the labyrinth, and then that mini portal vortex that I had going on with the clarifier. But then we could have like little corridors and hidden realms within the labyrinth. And we can have like different labyrinths that relate to like different parallel continuums. So we can just like keep on going. Oh wow. Energy rising, vitality, confidence, power, and decisiveness. But yeah, this kind of looks like that other card I was showing you. I'll pull it up. This one with the scrying. It's like you're Consciousness is expanding. Like, look how much bigger it's getting. Whoa. Yeah. Being out in nature. And the various, like, structures in nature. Okay, so I'm going to do, like, a little vortex here. The egg stone. Embodiment. Fertility. Maybe in nature, or maybe you have an egg stone. I actually do have an egg stone. I can see it right here. It's a labradorite. It's on my other altar over there. And I have been seeing eggs in nature, actually. Blue's been really calling to me. So maybe the color blue is significant because I'm seeing a lot of blue. I've been seeing a lot of American robin eggs. They're really pretty. Okay, the edge. Take a chance, do something different. So maybe there's like a body of water that you've visited recently or want to. For me, I've been really vibing with the river and the wind and the river. Dancing with stones, movement, teamwork, partnership. But with this vortex here, it's like there's a chance you're gonna take, and once you do, you're gonna feel more free and connected. Especially when it comes to your spiritual team. Because there's a major shift going on and cycle ending. And with that, you're definitely gonna embody abundance. Yeah, I still want to keep going though. The dancers. Okay, this is like the Lover's card. Like we had the Lover's card come up from the other tarot deck too. Okay, I'm trying to think of where I should put this. I'm actually going to put this card on top of this cube here. I was really thinking about self-transforming elf machines. Lately, I've come to a lot of realizations with that. Because like when it comes to intuition, things like crystals can feel like they help. You can scry in a crystal. But like spiritual gifts from the divine, in my opinion, are a lot more powerful when it comes to intuition. I mean, crystals look pretty too. You could channel divine gifts through the crystals. Okay, so what am I doing with this here? Okay, so we have the dancers. Okay. And three of pots. So there's definitely like a longing for like a connection and spending time with others. Let's get some clarifiers. Hi. Look at this card. The High Priestess? Right? Are you the High Priestess? This came up right when you got here. In the Four of Wands. Okay, this is a really interesting High Priestess card. I actually just watched the Labyrinth movie yesterday. And wow. Yeah, it feels like you're like hidden. You have a lot of gifts, like spiritual gifts, like I was talking about earlier, but it's like you have like, you're like disguising yourself. And then with the Four of Wands, it's okay. Like there's balance with your energy, but there's definitely like a lot of duality with what you're focusing on. Like I feel like you're focusing on a lot at once. Yeah, maybe that's kind of why you like haven't been connecting with people so much lately. All right, let's try and close this out. What should the collective know on their near future, for this very moment and also for the very near future? Queen of Feathers. The Emperor. And Fate. Alright, so I'm definitely getting fairy vibes with this Queen of Feathers. And with fairies, also like the same with the Queen of Swords, which is what this Queen of Feathers represents. They can be just so cute, right? But they can be so fierce. So it's like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of duality and balance. So like earlier when I mentioned the birds, I feel like you're gonna have some supernatural experience and it's gonna relate to a bird. Like you'll know when you see the bird and you have the experience. And then the Emperor. The Emperor card mixed with Fate. It's like having control, but not too much. Just like realizing that going with the flow and going with fate, like things are gonna happen. Things that are destined, they're gonna happen. So like enjoy this like moment, because like it's preparing you for like what's to come, think about your dreams. And are you having reoccurring dreams or themes? Where it's like, are they like reoccurring scenarios? Okay, this is a lot of fun. I will be doing more tarot readings in the future, so see ya.